There are a lot of movies not on streaming services. Luckily, some great movies have been uploaded on YouTube and Vimeo that you can watch for free right now, and you don't have to go to any sketchy websites to watch them. Let's get started. l.i.e. is currently my favorite movie, and I watched the full thing for free on YouTube one afternoon. It's a coming-of-age story that stars Paul Dano as a delinquent teenager with the dead mom and daddy issues, and he looks for parental guidance in the wrong place. Or maybe it's the right place. This movie is so interesting to me because the characters are very morally gray. They can do objectively bad things, but they're still shown as people. The character dynamic between the main boy Howie and Brian Cox's character Big John is one of the most interesting I've seen on screen, as you can't tell if it's malicious or not and who's really benefiting from this relationship. This movie also has some sequences that I think are beautiful, not only due to the cinematography but also due to the meaning behind them. It's a great underrated gem, and if you watch any movie on this list, I think it should be this one. Holdin Mod is a movie about a young man who embraces death meeting an old woman who embraces life. It's a beautiful movie about learning to live your life to the fullest. It's also very comical at times, and very sad and touching at others. This movie is really about the characters and their interactions, which makes you get close to them during their adventures, which makes the emotional moments hit that much harder. This movie has great cinematography as well, using symmetry and reflections and set design to create beautiful imagery. This movie is just great to look at, and it's free to watch on Vimeo right now. The Poseidon Adventure is probably one of the best disaster movies out there, and that's because it birthed the genre. It's about a cruise ship being turned upside down and the few characters who decide to try and escape. Once it gets going and the disaster starts, this movie is a spectacle to watch due to the amazing practical effects being used. This movie also just has great stunts done by the actors themselves. It's a really fun movie where you can just shut your brain off and have a fun time watching explosions and people dying, and it's free on YouTube right now. I'm a big fan of Chucky and the Child's Play franchise, and probably one of the better movies in the series is the first, Child's Play. If you like horror, this is an iconic movie that you should watch, and it's free on YouTube. It's about a boy Andy getting a good guy doll for his birthday, but one possessed by the serial killer Charles l.i.e. It's a bit goofy and campy, but still an enjoyable and fun watch. If you like slashers, it's a must-see classic. It's cool to see how this horror icon started, especially seeing how big he is now, with a series of movies and a TV show. Okay, this isn't my favorite movie, but I'm still gonna recommend it. Gentlemen Prefer Blondes is an old movie musical starring Marilyn Monroe, who plays a gold digger who is being watched by a private detective trying to disqualify her for marrying the rich Gus Esmond. I think this movie has good witty dialogue, but it's during the musical numbers that this movie shines brightest due to the amazing choreography of this film, which is both iconic and visually pleasing. If you want to watch an old movie for free on YouTube, Gentlemen Prefer Blondes isn't a bad choice. It's definitely not my favorite though. I think the ending is a bit rushed, but just for the iconic scenes, it's worth it alone. Those were my 5 free movie recommendations. The links for all of them are in the description. If you watch any of these, tell me in the comments how you like them. If you want more content like this, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.